for Lotus Element. For adding this element in any kind of floral design, or you can also add this kind of patterns in bridal design also. So first of all, we are very much familiar with making lotus flower. In the drawing subject, we have already prepared lotus flower like this. So for the beginners, first you need to practice this lotus flower, a very common lotus flower that we have used in many kind of drawings. So this is the first thing. Now some tips for the beginners for practicing. Just make one reference line, then just put dot over here. Below this dot, make one horizontal reference line. Now again below this line, make one more horizontal line and just put dot over here. Now next, what you need? Just create the center petal of this lotus flower. Now next, put dot over here. The same distance also you need to manage over here. Then again join this and again join this point and this point in this direction and from this direction. Once again, these tips are for the beginners and not for the professionals. Now make next point marks. Now create one more petal over here and over here. So this is how you can practice this kind of flower shape. Then just for finishing, draw circle, and this is okay. So these are the, here we have used reference lines and dots, but without using this reference line, you can also directly draw like this. First create center, then create right sided, left sided, again right sided and left sided, and again continue. So these are the things that you need to practice before starting lotus strip designs or patterns. So you need to first practice with this kind of reference line. Okay, now let us see how to create or how to add this kind of lotus pattern in design. So first we'll see the use of this lotus flower in paisley shape. We are very much familiar with paisley shape. I have already shared so many techniques for making this paisley shape. You can watch video from Mehndi Class for Beginners playlist. Now over here, first we'll start from this part. Now I am making this lotus flower in this direction. This is roughly I am showing you like in this way. So Again draw one more lotus, starting with the center petal, one more lotus in this direction, and just provide connection. So this is all about making this lotus flower in paisley shape. However, you can just fill it all this negative space. Okay, so let us skip this now. So this is all about making lotus element in paisley shape. Now in the next way you can also apply shading like this. Then from the bottom, there are so many techniques for applying shading. From the top side, this is from the side angle, from the bottom angle, and from the top side also you can apply shading. Okay, now next is how to make strip with this lotus element. So let us first lightly draw the layout of strip. Now this is the layout of my strip. Now here I am drawing this strip both side. I will add this lotus element from both sides. So I will cover both sides. So now first you need to make the proper place. You need to decide place for adding this lotus element. So alternatively I will add this element like the way I am remarking this very lightly. Okay. Then let us start. So these are the references and these are the reference lines, and I have already referenced the layout, the proper place for adding this element. So we'll start. Okay, one more thing, you need to practice this kind of lotus flower from all angles, like drawing in this direction, then you need to make reference line in this way, like in this way. Then from this angle for this direction, so you need to be very comfortable for drawing this kind of shapes from all angles, from diagonally, from both direction, horizontally, vertically. So from any angle you need practice for making this kind of shapes. Okay, now I am making this lotus flower from this right sided diagonal shape. So this is the center petal that I have created. Now next is left sided, right sided, again add one more. Now add next lotus in this way. Now create next in this direction. Then this is roughly I am drawing. Then parallelly just add curves. Okay, next will be in this direction. Now just connect this in this way, and we're going to cover in this way. So in this way you can continue your work. So here I have added all this lotus element diagonally. Okay, now just create leaves wherever you find some empty space, so just fill it with leaves. Here also you can add leaves. Okay, after drawing leaves, if some space is there, like here some space is there, so just add circle over here. Okay, one more circle over here. Okay, now as you can see, almost all this space, space we have covered with lotus leaf and circle. Now it is time to apply reverse space filling technique, that is called reverse negative space. Don't fill this part, just considering the reference that we have marked earlier. Just consider that two reference lines, and with the reference of this two lines will fill this whole strip. As you can see, so this kind of strip design you can add in bridal design as well as for any kind of floral design. Okay, now to make or to add difference between lotus flower and leaf, so just differentiate this leaf with shading, or just keep leaf as it is and apply shading in lotus flower. So whatever you like you can do it. Like, see over here, leaf is highlighted because we have applied shading. But if you want to apply shading in lotus flower, then keep this leaf as it is and apply shading with any of this in lotus flower. So this is all about two-sided strip design, adding lotus element from two-sided strip. Now just assume that we have worked something over here. Once again I am doing all these things very roughly just for explanation point of view. Just assume we have worked some design over here. I am just roughly drawing this. Okay, now just focus here. Now just assume some design we have worked. Just assume some design we have worked, any design over here. don't focus on this design, just assume that we have worked something over here. Now for this outer layer we can also add this kind of strip over here. So how to do that? So for that, first again, now here we have only one side direction for adding this lotus flower, not like previously we have used two sides, this one and this one. We have used two reference lines, but here we have only one reference line. Just see the difference between this first case and second case. Here we have two reference lines and here only one reference line we have, because on other side we have already created design. So in this kind of bridal pattern, whenever you want to end up your design, then this is the best phase for adding this kind of lotus design. So let us see how to add that. Okay, so as just lightly make reference line, and now first I will create lotus flower in this direction. Then next will be from the opposite side. Once again I am drawing this roughly. Then next will be from this angle. But if you are making these shapes, then just make it perfectly. And here also in this direction. Okay, so if you have observed, then I have arranged all this lotus element in this way. This one is in this direction, then second is in this direction, third is in this direction. So likewise I have arranged this lotus element accordingly. Okay, now how to provide connectivity between this all lotus elements, flowers that we have added in this strip. So for that, first just make this all first provide connectivity between all these elements. So here I have some placed this kind of lines, and in rest part you can draw circle. I will post some of designs of from my collection. I will add some of images in this video where I have used this kind of combination, this kind of lotus and traditional design fusion. So just observe that all the pics that from this video, and if you want to watch full tutorial for making those designs, then all those tutorials are also uploaded in my channel. Okay, so this is all about arranging lotus flower. Now whenever you are making negative space techniques, whenever you want to add negative space technique in your design, then you must be careful while drawing design. You have to maintain more space between any of two elements, then only it will be highlighted. If I fill this, then lotus will be highlighted. If I have created this lotus by keeping very less space, then it will not going to be highlighted at the end. All the lines will merge and will not give finishing. So just keep these things in your mind whenever you are working with this kind of techniques. Then maintain minimum space between two lines. Okay, so this is all about the basics of doing this kind of things. Hope this kind of tips helps you for making your henna art. So thank you so much for watching this video. Keep watching and keep practicing.